Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. I'm looking at some of the replays that were sent in for the 100,000 subscriber replay contest yet again. And this is Vinyl Scratch MLP in his 5916 Chinese Tier 6 light tank. Tiny little thing. I haven't played one myself, but I hear it's not very good. But this isn't about, well, just watch this. If this guy didn't go out and buy a lottery ticket right after this game, the luckiest son of a bitch I've ever seen playing World of Tanks. So he's rushing up forward here on Muravanka to get some spots in. He's parked himself in a little bush, and here comes an IS-6. And he's not going to shoot two IS-6s, a Super Pershing, an Object 704, screw that. Watch these two IS-6s both shoot at him. Bounce, bounce. Oh, the T-21 actually scores a hit. Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. But that's not all. That's just the start of this streak of ridiculous luck he has driving this little tank. He's got to stop there and catch his breath now. He can't believe what just happened. Two IS-6s both hit him with 122mm guns and they both bounced off. Look at the... There you go. Look, upper glacis, side of the turret. And it was the T-21 that actually penetrated him. So he's used that repair kit to get those tracks back up. And you don't want to hang around there, son. Not with an Object 704 looking this way. So, yeah, you think that after an experience like that, you wouldn't push your luck any further. Yeah. Vinyl Scratch is a light tank driver. He doesn't know the meaning of the word caution. It's a real traffic jam going on here. No artillery, so... Object 704 still lit up over there. There's a hell of a fight going up on the northwest side of the map. Heavies all getting stuck into each other. A couple of enemy tanks have made it down into the forest, but there's an AMX-50 and a tank destroyer waiting for them. Enemy AT-7's been spotted. And Vinyl Scratch is just waiting to choose his moment. And it seems to be, I mean, it could be going either way. Whoa, T-34, get out of there, get out of there. Oh, that T-21 again. Oh, we spotted the T-21. Ah. Take a shot. Oh, it missed. Listen to that, the gun firing. It's like, dunk. It's pathetic. Oh dear. So, I don't often see games. Look at the way the teams have. There's just two big lines of heavies all blasting away at each other. You don't often really see that in Muravanka. But Vinyl Scratch is getting bored, so he's going to do as much property damage as he possibly can. And he's heading out wide to... I presume he's going to attempt to do a spot... Oh, well, whatever he was going to do, he's changed his mind now. That T-21's making a run for it. Fires on the move, hits, bounces. Hits him. The gun doesn't do a lot of damage. T-21 misses. Gets another hit. T-21 can't quite get his turret round fast enough. Hits him again. A kill. Nailed the enemy scout. That was the Object 704, who hit him with a 152mm shell that does 750 average damage, and all it did was blow his tracks off. Oh man, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Well, I have, just not all in one game happening to one tank, but it isn't over yet. So it's looking pretty good. Enemy tanks have all been forced into one corner of the map. Scores are 8-3. This is a victory. So he goes charging in. Skirts around the flank. Yeah, of course, you know. Everybody starts shooting at him. Oh, it's a light tank. Kill it. You know, never mind the guys that are actually killing you. Oh, and yeah, watch where you're going, son. Stops to apologise to the Tiger Driver. Luckily, Tiger Driver didn't take any damage from that. And if you think his streak of good luck is over, you haven't seen anything yet. Watch this Object 704. This was unbelievable. He's charging right up here. He doesn't give a shit. There's still 5 enemy tanks left. He's going straight for that object. Somebody's taking pot shots at him and misses. Watch this. He's never going to penetrate the object from the front. He's holding his fire, trying to get around him. Object missed! And took his tracks off. He's lost his tracks in front of an object. He's like, no, please, please, no. No, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. He's never going to penetrate an object from the front with this gun. Tracks back up. Tracks back up. Object misses again! And now, that's it. This is the last tank left on the enemy team. He's got him right where he wants him. Unbelievable. I mean, this replay was never ever going to win in the damage contest, but this was hilarious. It's one of the funniest replays I have ever seen. So, Vinyl Scratch, MLP, thank you so much for sending that in. That was fantastic. Well, we've had the comedy, now it's time for the tragedy. This is Dr. Nova. And yeah, he's driving a Lee. I was tempted to throw some gold at him straight away just to make up for the fact that the tank he's driving, but, well, wait until you see this game. It was just such a heartbreaker. For a start, he's in a Lee, and secondly, he's one of only 2 Tier 4 tanks on the entire team. I mean, 2/3 of both teams are Tier 5s. Yeah, it could have been worse. He could have gone into a Tier 6 game, but this is pretty nasty anyway. Now, it's a special event weekend. There's triple XP up for grabs here, so he's bought himself 17 rounds of premium ammo. Clearly, he wants to maximise the amount of damage he can actually do, get out of the Lee as quickly as possible, take advantage of that triple XP for a win. That's the plan, anyway. But this team, man. I've seen some pretty bad teams in World of Tanks. I've both been on some pretty bad teams, and I've had the pleasure of chewing up some pretty bad teams, and sometimes I've been one of the worst players on the team, but this team was special. They've just lost 3 tanks already. So M4 and a Panzer IV, 2 of their top tier tanks, dead without firing a shot. There's Nova's first kill. He's already done 500 damage with this Lee 75mm gun. And suddenly, a wild Stug appears. Stug Driver did not have clue number 1. The enemy team were not that good. In fact, they were pretty shit. This Stug just missed him at point blank range and then dies. Oh, and there's a Panzer IV over there. These guys are both Tier 5, by the way. Now watch this Panzer IV behind him. Yeah, that's right. The first damage he takes is from his own bloody team. He's now on 50% health, thanks to friendly fire. There's his second kill. He's done 1,000 damage. There's only 6 of them left alive. He's about to run out of premium. He's expending it on that AMX-40 at long range. He's back to regular armor piercing. Hetzer on his flank. Of course he turns to face the Hetzer and then all sorts of other things on his other flank, so he turns back around to face these guys. He's leaving the Hetzer to the Stuart. Unfortunately the Stuart, well, he's in the Stuart. Now there's only 4 of them left alive. He's done 1,400 damage. 1,500 damage. killed number 3. That Hetzer's still there. Looks like he just chewed up the Stuart. Killed number 4. Takes a hit. Hetzer comes around the corner. And he ends up being nailed by the T-49. There is one tank left on the team. That's their Panzer IV. He's done 1,841 damage in an M3 Lee in a Tier 5 game. And it just isn't enough. And any second now, they're going to nail that Panzer IV as well. And it's all over. Now that seemed pretty bad, but you don't know the half of it. Oh man, that was just tragic. That, look, 1,000 XP on a defeat, 34,000 credits in a Lee, Tier 4 medium. What is going on? 30 shots fired, 23 hits, 21 penetrations. Yeah, he loaded up on premium. He loaded 17 rounds of premium ammo, and he said, I'm going to use those first, because it was a triple XP weekend. And he wanted to get the most damage done and the most XP done so he could get out of the Lee as fast as possible. But even doing 1,800 damage in a Tier 4 medium just wasn't enough. Have a look at the team scores. Well, clearly he did the most damage. And this Panzer IV, you know, it's alright. 10 shots fired, 10 hits, 10 penetrations. Unfortunately, one of those penetrations was friendly fire. Yep, he shot Dr. Nova in the back. But he made up for it. He made up for it. He did well as could be expected under circumstances. But let's have a look at some of their biggest tanks, like this Churchill, who didn't fire a shot the entire game and just took 10 hits and died. This Sherman, who didn't fire a shot the entire game and just got killed. This Panzer IV, same. These are 3 of their Tier 5s. T-49, same. 4 of their Tier 5s, just no use to us alive. And this Su-85, I don't know what happened here. Again, one of their best machines. 5 4 shots, didn't hit a thing, somehow did 15 damage to the enemy team. I can only guess that that 15 damage that he did was damage to the tank that rammed him and killed him. that's the only way that makes sense. This T-49, well, it's difficult to be too critical of these guys. The Churchill, the T1 Heavy, the Stug, and the T-49. Because thanks to the monumental ineptitude, of this lot, you know, all these fellas down, you know, the bottom 2/3 of the team, thanks to them sucking so much, they just got overwhelmed. They couldn't fire fast enough to kill everything that was coming at them. There were so few targets left for the enemy team to shoot at that they just got pummeled. But look at this T1 Heavy. I mean, this just proves that the enemy team wasn't that good. They had to shoot him 20 times to kill him. He's only a T1 Heavy. They're not that tough. So that's just tragic. Absolutely tragic. And the enemy team didn't do that well. The T-49 did. It played a great game. The T-14 played a good game. The Su-85 played an okay game. The Crusader played an okay game. The Sherman didn't do a lot. And we're already down to 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th best player on the enemy team. He only fired 4 shots the entire game. Only 3 of them hit. This Churchill won. Only fired 5 shots. Only 4 of them hit. This Matilda was blazing away like Machine Gun Kelly. 23 shots fired. Only 9 of them hit. Yeah. We're still in the top half of the enemy team, and they're not that good. So to lose to a team that wasn't that good in the first place was just it's a tragedy, utter tragedy. So Dr. Nova, you have my sympathies. One, you're driving the M3 Lee, and I know you can't wait to get out of it as soon as possible. And so to make the grind slightly less unbearable, and to hopefully cheer you up after a disastrous game like that, I'm going to give you 2,500 gold. Spend it wisely. Okay, time to start getting serious. This is Rykan 13 in his Jagdtiger with the 128mm pack gun. And this one's about, well, it's not just Rycan 13. There's a really, really good Polish M103 driver here. There is at the top of the team list, Maxmaster PL. And between the two of them, this is such a monster carry of a game. So, we're on Muravanka. It's the Magic Forest. And this game initially developed more or less the way you usually kind of expect games on Muravanka to work, if they're full of fail. One tank moves into the forest. A whole host of enemy tanks open up, give their positions away. Everybody exchanges a few furious rounds of fire. There we go. Everybody's shooting at the ELC, all giving their positions away. Rycan's going to take full advantage of that while he can. Picking his targets with care, going for the big boys. M103, E75, doesn't have a shot. Might have now, but he's going for the Tiger anyway. That one actually missed or bounced off the Tiger. And then ELC's dead. No other targets remaining. Centurion is spotting the ELC AMX. It's the only target to shoot at, so he kills him. There's his first kill. He's already done 1500 damage in the first minute of the game. SU-122, not being quite as sneaky as he thinks he is. Second kill. Nearly 2000 damage done. And then it all goes quiet. And as is usually the case, the teams just sit around waiting for somebody to grow their brave pills, go into the forest and get killed in order to provide everybody else with a couple of seconds of shooting. Now, somebody's just spotted that SU-152. He's probably fired at the Centurion. So we'll do a quick 500 damage to him, then somebody else will finish him off. And now Rycan's just been spotted for the first time. That IS fires, misses. The IS is not going to be the only one firing at him. And he does a sneaky 500 damage to the IS. There's an E75 who just gave his position away by firing. Rycan is spotted again, so he backs off while he's reloading. Oh, an enemy Lover in the open. He's going to take a shot at this Tiger. No, he's not. The Tiger's dead, so the Lover will do. 480 health? Yeah, we can kill you. Kill number 3. You notice Maxmaster in the M103 is also on 3 kills. This pattern is going to continue throughout the rest of this match. And once again, we're playing the waiting game in the Magic Forest. We know there's an M103, E75 and Tiger in the woods. I think there's an SU-152 in there as well. And there's hardly anything going on the other side of the map, which is kind of unusual. But oh, enemy M103 just got shut down. That's what you get for being brave in Muravanka on this side of the map. You just die. Because this side of the map is infested with campers. Just waiting to see who's going to get bored and blink first. It's like a massive game of chicken. I have no idea what a T-49 is doing in this match, but we have a T-49 who's gone scouting. Have a look at where that enemy Lorraine is. Terrible position for a Lorraine. Just so bad. No gun depression whatsoever. In order to shoot from that position where that Lorraine was, you have to expose your whole tank. And once again, it's hands to camping stations. Nobody can really advance on the cap on the other side of the map because there just aren't enough of them. T-28 prototype is fairly beefy. You know, and Rycan is just, he's getting bored with this shit. Takes a hit. It's a 59-16. Oh dear. Puts one into him. Backed up once again by Maxmaster PL in the M103. Finishes him off. But he's taken fire from something else. There's an E75 and a Tiger up there. 305 damage. Possibly the E75. But firing didn't give his position away. So he's waiting in the bushes.
hoping he's going to drop off their radar. There's the E75. Doesn't have much of a shot at him. So rather than give his position away and taking a shot that probably isn't going to do anything, he saves the shot and he moves up a little further. The team are yelling at him to fall back. Him and the M103 are the only ones here now. Everybody else is moving over to the cap, which is probably the right thing to do, since there are only 2 or 3 at the most enemy tanks left in the wood, and they're showing no inclination to come out of there. There's the Tiger. 606 damage. Good roll. He's been spotted. E75 swinging his turret around, taking hits. Boom! There's an SU-152 in the woods firing high explosive. That just took out his radio operator. So, yeah, he's not getting any backup here. And to be fair, he probably shouldn't really have expected any. Because with a cluster of enemy tanks over on the western side of the map threatening the cap, that's where the majority of the team are going. So he's realised his mistake. And he's backing off. All the enemy tanks are accounted for, except that SU-152. But we know he's in the woods, because he just killed our radio operator. Does anybody ever use a medical kit on their radio operator, by the way? Oh, we took a big hit from that E75 there. Another hit from the Tiger, but it only damaged his tracks. He's getting himself... You can do better than that. There you go, that's hull down. Blind fire. Kills the E75. Himself and Maxmaster are now both on 4 kills. There's only one other person in the team who's killed anything. They're losing 9-11. Sooner or later, all those enemy tanks in the far northwestern sector of the map are going to grow a pair of balls and they're going to come down and start capping. And there's the SU-152. He must have just taken a shot at somebody, and that sealed his fate. He's given his position away. Gone. Maxmaster racks up another kill in the M103. So the only one left in those woods now is the Tiger. And Rykan is saying there in chat, Tiger's the only one left in the forest. And the enemy team have just started capping. Now the only thing that we have left here is we've got an awful Panzer, or an awful Panther, who's moving wide into the woods. Maxmaster in the M103 with the awful Panther are going to move in. And they need to hurry and kill this Tiger to protect their rear so that they can go and defend the cap. And Rykan's thinking, do I really need to go in the woods with them? With an M103 and an awful Panther moving in there, he probably doesn't. The only guy left defending the cap is a Panther, and he's now being threatened by an IS-3. So the IS-3 it is. Lovely shot on that IS-3. 202 health remaining. He's now done 6,709 damage. He's thinking about going for this Tiger. Maxmaster's just smacked one into him, took one in return. He takes a shot, but ineffective fire. They've just lost the Panther. The Lorraine and the IS-3 are now over there. Now the Lorraine is not a one-shot kill. He's on 756 health, but he can one-shot kill the IS-3 if he hits him. And the Tiger's dead, so their rear is secure, but there's still 4 enemy tanks unaccounted for, and we only know where 2 of them are. So he's signalling for assistance, and these 2 guys, I mean, Maxmaster's on 6 kills. He's got Top Gun already. He's reasonably confident that he can rely on these guys to do what needs to be done. So it looks like the Aufklärungs Panzer, or whatever the hell you call it, the awful Panther, is hooking around to try to... There we go. They've spotted the IS. Still don't know where the KV-3 is. But we don't know the Lorraine. There's the Lorraine. Come on, don't fail me now. Good shot. Good damage roll. Not quite enough. And it was unlikely to ever one-shot kill the Lorraine, not with 750 health. But where did the IS-3 go? Now the IS-3 was badly mauled. He only had 200 health left, so he's probably going to be hiding somewhere. And this is the dangerous spot. Because you can see him aiming, he thinks that's where the IS-3 is. But he's lost sight of the Lorraine. And if the Lorraine is loaded and manages to pump an entire... Well, it's not even going to take an entire magazine into the side of a Jagdtiger to kill him with 500 health. There's the Lorraine. The IS just nailed the Scout Panther. IS-3 takes a shot and misses, always satisfying. And he's keeping an eye on the Lorraine, and he takes an awful, awful risk here. Loses sight of the IS-3. Now he knows the IS-3 is in those bushes. He takes a shot and doesn't hit anything. But he's looking at what's going on here, and he wants to back up. Look at the map. Maxmaster is caught between a KV-3 and an IS. He needs to help Maxmaster, and luckily the IS-3 is also shooting at Maxmaster. So he takes advantage of this. Damn it. No, he needs to kill the IS-3. The IS-3 will reload and finish him off. He has to kill him. He's killed the IS-3. Now he's in a position to help Maxmaster. 12 kills between them. KV-3 or IS. There's only two of them left. Maxmaster's nailed the Lorraine, but he's only on 300 health. These guys are one-shot kills. And now it's just the enemy IS, who, in a tier 7 tank and a very tough tier 9 match, did a good job. But there's only so much you can do. And in a very rare example of good sportsmanship, congratulating the M103 driver for a start. A hell of a job. The IS is not going to go down without a fight. Takes a hit. 10 health. IS is on 160 health. Rykan could have killed him. Instead he offers the Radley Walters medal to Maxmaster PL. He says, yeah, go for it. Take the Radley Walters. And he did deserve it. Very, very well played between the two of these guys. And so I'm giving Rykan 13 2,500 gold for that. 7,708 damage done. It's not going to win the most damage done in the contest, but it was exceptionally well played and incredibly sportsmanlike. So Rykan 13, enjoy your 2,500 gold. And just in case there was any doubt that this guy deserves the prize, because there's always some smart ass in the comments who says, oh, that game was shit, I could have done better. 96,000 credits. Confederate. Right, Confederate and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kills. The only reason he didn't get Top Gun was because of this guy with the Radley Walters, the Top Gun, and the 8 kills. and look, I mean, look at that. 6 kills and Confederate? Holy shit. Look at this massive carry. These two guys here, Rykan 13 and Maxmaster PL. There's only one tank on the enemy team they didn't kill. Oh, wow, look at this. Watch. 6,000 potential damage received in the M103. 900 spotting damage, 4,800 damage done. Rykan 13 and the Yak Tiger, 20 shots fired, 20 hits, 18 penetrations, 8,710 damage. He took 11 hits. 5,300 potential damage received, and he did 1,400 spotting damage. Absolutely phenomenal. That's 2,200 XP, base XP, before the triple for the win. What a player, what a game, what teamwork between the two of them. Thoroughly well deserved, well done. As always folks, take care on that battlefield. I'll catch you next time.